Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. I hope you had the opportunity to see my nasty video about Judge Gabbard, our local judge executive. He's not a judge. I don't know what the hell he does. He's in charge of the road. But these men here, they're just doing as they're told. They're hard workers. But this, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, because I can somewhat predict the future better than that predictive policing. You see this concrete here? It's a concrete slab. When the water comes over the road, which it usually does, and the water comes charging down here, which it does, and the water exceeds the limit of the creek, which it does, once a year maybe, the water will go underneath the concrete here. You see the concrete? The water will go under the concrete. The concrete is on top of all the rock and wildlife. I'll say the growth. You can see the wet growth underneath it. That wet growth is going to continue to grow as the creek increases. All of this rock here, this rock was up here. But rather than move all this rock up there and then put the cement or a bag over it, a netting over it, rather than do that, they pour concrete on top of a platform. So we've got a platform here that did not exist when I moved here. But year after year, the gravel, the rock from here has continued to fall into the creek and nothing has been done over it. I've written to the judge every year. I've had a division of water here, and actually what they're doing is against their rules and requirements, because I have them in writing. I met with a division of water in March of this year, and I subsequently received several attachments of how to proceed with this area. This rock needed to be removed. This rock needed to be removed and placed back up here. Placed back up here. That rock over there needed to be removed and placed by this tree right here. And no rock has been moved since they started this job. Instead, this platform here, which raises the water level, that did not exist 2 years ago, 3 years ago. This has built up over 5 years. This platform of rock that has fallen from this retaining wall was not moved. None of this rock moved, but instead they pour concrete over it. They pour concrete over it, and the next rain, the water is going to go underneath that concrete. It's going to start cracking up that concrete, and that concrete is going to go traveling down the county creek. I promise, I know that that's what's going to happen. That concrete is already cracking. The next rain we have, the water's going to seep underneath that concrete, and that whole slab is going to go running down the county creek. This rock was supposed to be pulled back and up, and you can see that has not happened. Instead, they have raised the level of this platform that did not exist before. You see here? You see there? That is a minimum of 3 feet high. 3 feet high that did not exist when I moved here. This was all water. All of this was water when I moved here. It was not rock. That rock every year has fallen into the creek, and the judge has done nothing, zero, about it. Nothing. Except today, yesterday, the day before, they're pouring concrete here as a quick fix. Another quick fix, just like they did with the bridge here. And I'll take you to that bridge another time, because I already have a video posted. I have a video posted about the corrugated black tube that was placed under the bridge with no rebar. Imagine building a bridge with no rebar. But that's the way they do things here in Kentucky. They really need a civil engineer and not a judge. This guy does not know what the hell he's doing. But look at this. That concrete, I guarantee, will go floating down this already clogged creek. You see all that rock? That rock needs to be moved. I already had the Division of Water here in March. Already had them. They said to move that around here where this tree is. Push it up here and push this back. But no, that's not what this stupid judge did. That's not what he instructed these people to do. You can get a better view from how high up this wall is here. You see there? All that rock was supposed to be moved, but instead they're pouring concrete on top of it, raising the water level to cause flood conditions. Now, I don't know what they're doing across there. I think they're building some kind of little culvert here. I'm not going to get you in here. I've been on the judge for 5 years. And he's done nothing for 5 years. And all that rock has fallen in. And now they're pouring concrete on top of it to raise the water level. That concrete's going to go floating down that creek when the water goes underneath it, right?
Good, possible.
It's going to happen. I guarantee it. I know it's going to happen. But it's nice to see that there's some rebar over here. They didn't put any rebar. And that little bridge over there that fell down 3 years ago, no rebar. They never put the safety bar back on so that when the drivers zoom by here that they won't fall into my property. So this is what they're doing here. I'm not going to get the guy's face in here. So they have a mold. They've created a mold and they've poured concrete in the mold. And now all the water is going to be funneled. Now this is exactly what the Division of Water advised not to do. The Division of Water specifically states in writing, do not change the course of the water and change the funneling of water. That the water needs to flow naturally. That's according to the Division of Water, their written instructions for a creek. Oh wow, look at that nice new car. Look at that nice new car. Is that Mary? So this is what they're doing here. And they decided to put a sidewalk in the creek. A sidewalk. Now I'm going to show you why I needed to be advised. Okay, so here's my property marker. And my property marker, that means that everything above that is my property line. Okay, so they only have 15 feet from the center of the road. 15 feet, of course, this is a county creek, and they are required to take care of it. However, pouring concrete on my property right here, I'm going to say this is about 6.5 feet onto my property, and then it goes 7 feet onto my property. And look at this big slab. This is a big slab of concrete. That concrete, when we have rain, because this side is wet and rocky with foliage, is going to push all the water here. So this is going to create an artificial man-made funnel to this portion here. It's going to push the water out and it's going to hit over there. And it's going to do a boomerang, and all of that rock, well, they claim that it's going to go down the road, go down the county creek, but it hasn't happened yet. All that rock was here, and all of this rock was here. And none of it was moved. None of this rock was moved. Instead, this platform was raised up. And now they're funneling water, which the Department of Water specifically says, do not redirect water. It has to flow naturally. And that's what they're doing over there. They're redirecting the water with a funnel. And where's that water going to go? Right here. It's going to go right here. And guess what's going to happen? It's going to literally explode. And I will be here firsthand to report this so that I can sue this county for what they have done to this natural environment here and down the road without my permission on my legal property. So here you go, folks. One last look here. I'll have more photos. You remember that Joni Mitchell song? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. It's just a sidewalk in the county creek. It's a sidewalk in the county creek. Look at that. Is that absurd? I've never seen anything like this. I think maybe I might even employ a civil engineer to come out here and have a look at this atrocity. And the only reason they're able to do this is because we've had no rain. You could see here, there's no water here. But all that rock, all this rock here fell from this retaining wall, all of it. And I'm not going to touch it one bit. You see this? All that rock. You see that? All that fell from there. That eyesore. And meanwhile, nothing has been done to stabilize this portion. And I have a neighbor up the block that thinks it's funny to drive on here. You know, the Zoom boy, Dave, is that his name? He likes to drive over here. He drives right across it. I've witnessed it. So anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. This is my Friday morning rant. And nothing was done with this rock. Nothing. You see that over there? That ledge? That ledge is the result of all the rock that has fallen down from there. It didn't exist when I moved here. That ledge has got to be more than 3 feet tall. And yeah, this is my rant. See all this rock? All of it. And I've been in here and I've thrown this rock. But I guarantee the criminals, the local criminals, they're here sabotaging it anyway. But here, this is what it looks like here. So this is Lorraine signing off for now.